you will know that for a long time we have been working on various issues that have held up progress. Perhaps even we have underestimated how difficult some have been, but we now see that our allies are on the verge of making a sudden breakthrough. We will refrain from being too precise, but this time events will be too big to hide away, and the media will be unable to continue ignoring them. The developments in the financial sector will show that whatever they do now, they cannot return to the old ways and will have to accept vast changes. We are at a point when the only answers are for the big banks to accept the new setup that is ready to be installed. There is nowhere to go that will allow them to resurrect the old system, and it will soon become defunct. That will effectively give our allies the green light to go ahead and introduce the new one. There are other matters rapidly coming to a head, and to enable governmental changes, we are pressing our allies for once and for all time to remove those who do not serve you. That is going forward at a faster pace, and you may get advanced information from other sources than our own. However, no matter how it emerges, it will be good news that will show you that much has been happening of which you have been unaware. Our wish is to see all activity brought into public view, so that in future you know exactly where you stand. For too long we have had to keep details under wraps, and even now we are still careful as to what we reveal. It is a matter of keeping our plans to ourselves as far as possible, and stopping interference with them from those still loyal to the Illuminati. Some are of course bound to them through bribery or blackmail, and still fearful of the consequences of disobeying them. We have, however, invited them to join us and grant asylum so that they are not in danger. That does not mean that they get away with their crimes, but that is not a matter that we will deal with and is best left to the higher forces. Since justice is always seen to be done, there is no point in wasting your energy by being concerned about the outcome. You are entitled to know who and what was behind the heinous crimes against humanity. In the knowing there are also lessons for you, otherwise you will find it hard to accept that as a collective you allowed them to occur. In many instances you have effectively given your approval by not preventing them. However, the Dark Ones are very manipulative and deceitful, as otherwise they would not be able to carry out or get away with their crime. It has also required extensive collusion with those who have carried out their bidding. Duality has certainly taught you many severe lessons, but also many beautiful ones, as it has by no means been one-sided. Now that period is coming to a close, you can return to your true reality. As the truth is revealed, it will also bring people together as far as their understanding of what God is, or is not. The truth will no longer be able to stand side by side with that which is false, and you will find that many teachers have had their words changed to suit the ambitions of those who desired to control you. Indeed, they have also made additions to support their own interpretations. No one teaching is really better than another, although some have a more accurate explanation for God. He, she, is not in the image of man, or an individual as you would understand it. God is the very essence, the energy that everything has its existence within. God is love and all-powerful, and is the father-mother of all life. We acknowledge the source and give due gratitude for all that we have, the most precious being life itself. Where you have, as you might say, gone astray, do not worry about the consequences. Duality is for experiencing its spiritual growth, and having lost touch with God, you have gone your own way and relied on your conscience to guide you. Unfortunately, man has always had a herd instinct and has usually followed the leader, and been led far from the light and truth. Now you have risen up again and thrown off the shackles of the Dark Ones, and are returning to the light. That has attracted the attention of those who guide you, as you are now responsive to their presence and hear their advice and respond to their promptings. If you have not been aware of it, try sitting quietly and relaxing, and you will most likely start a conversation with your guides or higher self. For those who are still preparing for ascension, the advice is to hold your energy close to you, and not give it away to situations that have been emotionally stirred up by the actions of the Dark Ones. It is too easy to become angry at their actions, and if you have reached a level of control you can avoid it, and you will be all the better for it. Keep calm, as you will have plenty to be happy and joyous about as the future is revealed to you. Let go of the old ways and live as you envisage life will be after ascension. It will be some of the happiest times you have ever experienced, and this period and those before it will seem just as a bad dream. Get ready for sudden changes that are about to enter your lives and will confirm that you are moving out of the legacy of duality, and from the Illuminati who have exploited it for their own ends. Many times you have asked why we do not simply take over matters, but we have to say that it is impossible unless we are given divine authority. We have often mentioned that we are careful not to interfere, and that is because duality is an experiment. The aim was to find out what you would do if you were separated from God, and each and every one of you volunteered to take part. The reward for you was the experience that you would gain, that would speed up your evolution beyond anything in the normal way. That meant you had to be responsible for your actions, so it would have been taking it away from you if we did intervene. We have to tell you that our authority has now been extended to allow us to take some situations into our own hands. I am Kenneth from Sirius, and close with our love to you all.